This time on Squarebody Stuff, I'm going to show you how to change out valve springs with the cylinder head off of the engine. Hey, welcome back to Squarebody Stuff. I'm going to show you, well, we've got this little 350 going together with it. We're changing out valve springs on it. You got remanufactured heads, which come with your standard factory valve springs. And he bought some good comp cams. You're pretty much a stock upgrade, 981-16. If you can see that or not. There we go. With some comp cams valve springs. It came with the kit with his camshaft. So I'm just going to do a video on changing out valve springs while the cylinder head is off the engine. I've already got a video of me changing out valve springs while they're on the block like this here. I've already done these. We've got this head ready to bolt on. It's already torqued down. But I've got this one here ready to change valve springs out. It's a little bit different than the other video, or the other way of changing it out with the spring compressor, putting the air in the cylinder and all that stuff. Go check that video out, and that way you can kind of get an idea on how to do it both ways. But right now we're going to do it while it's sitting on the bench. Actually, I've got a hole drilled through my workbench for something else, but I've used it to bolt my head down so it doesn't go anywhere. It's nice and solid. I don't have to worry about wrestling it around. The compressor we're going to use is just an old, I think it's a Craftsman valve spring compressor. We'll be using that. We've got new keepers, new retainers, new valve springs. The valve seals are brand new because these are brand new remanufactured heads, so we'll be reusing those. So we'll get the camera set up and give you a brief explanation on how to change out valve springs while the cylinder's off of the engine. Alright, now it's not rocket science. We take this here and it's got a ratcheting action, and it'll clamp down on the valve spring. I'll probably just show you a couple of them. And be done with this video. Don't want to make it too awful long. Clamp it down, get the keepers out. So these have got a shim on the bottom of them. I'm going to leave that on there. Set our old valve spring aside. We pull our new seal. Since we're reusing these seals, these are brand new heads, remember. If these are used heads, you don't want to replace these with new seals, but these are pretty much brand new anyway. So take that seal off, our new spring on there, and get the keeper, or the retainer. I'll put a little bit of grease on the retainer just to get it to stick there. We'll put our compressor back on. And then our valve seal goes next. You slide it on. And it can be kind of a pain in the butt. Take a pick or something that's not too sharp. You don't want to cut this thing. Get it going in there. Take another little dab of grease. Put on your valve stem. That way your valve locks won't fall on the floor like that one. I'll pick that one up later and clean it up, put on another one. Put your valve locks on there. Release your compressor. Tap it with the rubber hammer just to get the keeper seated. And that's about all there is to it. We'll let me grab this other one before I forget about it. I'll set it off the side. Make sure it's clean before I put it in. We'll do another one here real quick. There's not much to it, just to do it. Pull your retainers out. You seal. Shim off our old valve spring here. Don't want to forget that. Put a little bit of grease on the spring, or you can either put it on the spring or on the retainer itself. It doesn't really matter. It's just to kind of help hold it on there till you get your compressor on there. And then you put your seal in. Little dab of grease. Your keepers. Let your tension off. Tap it with a hammer, and that's about it. Now there's several different type of valve spring compressors. Of course, you could also use the same type that you use while it's on the engine. You know, you've got this clamp type to screw on there. There's some that bolt onto your stud. It doesn't really matter. It's just this is just a little different way of doing it than I've showed before. So while we had this all set up, I thought I'd set the cameras up and take a video of it. So I'm going to take the opportunity now to say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this page or this channel. Check in the description below to the links to my Teespring store. Check out my merchandise. Of course, I've got just my, it's not St. Patrick's Day, but I'm wearing this out in the shop so I don't have to worry about getting it dirty. But I've got some merchandise in my Teespring store. That description's in the, or that link is in the description below. And hopefully this helps you out. So until next time, we'll take it easy.